The year of the snake in 2025 was a year of release, right? Of shedding the old skin, the old wounds, peeling it off, letting it die, letting some relationships die quietly, letting the energy, giving the energy its space to move. It was the year of the snake was a time to sit in the shadows, to sit in introspection, to sit in the cave. And I know a lot of you who have been doing this, and I did this perfectly. Well, I mean, there was nothing perfect about the year of the snake, because it was all coming up to the surface, and there's still a lot coming up to the surface. But jump to the year of the horse, which is right now, February 17, 2026 is the beginning of this. This is all about movement, momentum, change. It's all we're not hiding anymore. We're not hiding in our cave anymore. The fire horse. I mean, there's 5 elements in each of the animals. The fact that the fire comes with the horse, those are 2 very wild, if you can think about that, right? This is a movement energy. This is we're not sitting anymore energy. And if you think about it, this is not like waiting for permission or waiting for validation anymore or approval. This is just going for it. And if we look at the Western Zodiac, if you look at all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, these 3 signs, there is no sitting around. Although I'm Leo, Sagittarius, there's no sitting around. And these are impulsive signs, spontaneous. They roar, or they travel, or they move into, they impulsively open businesses, or this is that kind of energy. In this year of the horse, the fixed signs, which is still Leo, by the way, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and I always forget this. Aquarius. Okay. These 4 signs are gonna be in full resistance mode, because they're fixed is like you're more grounded, right? So change is a little bit more challenging, just a little bit more challenging, a little bit more triggering, let's say, for the fixed signs. Water signs are going to have a ride of their life, let me tell you, right? Like, think about it. Fire, water puts out the fire for sure, but the fire is like going to force a lot of change in water signs. There's going to be a lot of emotional breakthroughs for the water sign. It's it's all done. It's all an evolutionary process in the end, right? So water signs would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So if you're a fixed sign, you're like everything. It's all good though. Don't let's not attach too much to these things. We're just having fun here, right? So before I get into talking more about the fire horse, I want to do the evolution arc so we understand this, right? So if we do like the year of the snake, and then we go into the year of the horse, and we could see how this evolution is going to happen. Right? So the year of the snake, like I said, it's like this release of trauma. A lot of people cut cords. A lot of people had silent realizations. We had like these moments where we were in our cave and we're like, I don't know how many times I did a moment in this past year. Sometimes I shared it with you, and sometimes most of the time I didn't. I just shared it with my phone so Big Brother could hear me. But otherwise, or I wrote it in a journal. It's just like this. The year of the snake felt to me like an emotional detox. right? Because we were more silent, the snake is silently slithers into the tall grass, right? he's not like I'm a lion, hear me roar kind of energy. Like us too, as soon as the energy emerges, we see it, we feel it, and then we shed it, right? We have to move through these energies. It's not like the snake came around and was like, oh, let's just shed. No, we went through it. In the grass and in the water and on the mountains, we went everywhere, right? We really went everywhere with these emotions. And a lot of us have not fully moved through these emotions, and that's okay, right? But the thing is, with the horse, the only thing with the horse is that if some of you avoided the shedding in 2025, the horse will drag you. That is the difference. Like the year of the snake gave you that year to, okay, let's just face these mirrors, just face these things and these energies, right? Sit where you can, go in the nature, go in wherever you want, but this has to come up. The horse the horse we know is a compassionate animal, of course, but the fire horse is all about speed. It's all about movement. So he's not sitting with you like the snake did. He's like, we're going, right? So this I'm going to talk about this a little later, because that could be there. It's here where you're going to see that there's going to be a little bit of resistance, and some of the animals here are going to have a harder time, right, moving through this year. But there's a lot of good too coming, right? So now we jump into the horse, the year of the horse, right? We've all done all what we needed to do with the snake, and now we move into the year of the horse. And this is like where the snake was more private and more secluded, the horse is more public, more recognition, more hello, I'm here kind of energy. So that's going to be to me, it's like a polarity, right there, because everything is in, and this is like, oh. So like a lot of bold decisions are going to be made this year, from you, from people around you, from other external forces, perhaps. You're going to feel a lot more this, and you're going to feel more what is it, like diving into, like taking risks. Like you're going to feel that momentum. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing this kind of thing, energy, right? The horse is going to be like, yeah, let's do this. The horse is not going to let you go into your cocoon anymore. So with this fire horse being movement, right? Every time I think of a horse, I think of chariot energy as well. Like, okay, let's move, let's go. Like, what does moving mean? Moving home, moving to a new country, moving to a new city, changing where you are living right now, like changing things up, travel, relocation, exactly, all of that. Moving because your career, there's a career opportunity in another country. So you're like, okay, this is the year that once you bring it up to the surface, the fire horse energy is going to like push you. It's not going to make you question. So that's a kind of interesting year for a lot of us. And yeah, with that comes this need to, open new businesses, open new communities, open new centers, open this desire to share what you've been through, maybe creating a YouTube channel, like whatever it is, like, and the fire horse is going to, of course, encourage you. But the fire horse also brings impulsive choices, which is kind of a good thing, because I kind of like the idea of stop overthinking, right? Like just put you into spontaneity mode. Like yes. It's like a yes year. Let's do it. Okay. And the consequences we'll deal with after. So that's kind of a beautiful thing. This is not a quiet year. I'm not seeing, I don't see this as This is a very visible year. This is like a look at me year, or look at us year, or let's just, let's make these dreams come true kind of year, which is beautiful, but it could be tiring too. So let's go. I'm going to continue. I've written things down because, I am a tarot reader and not a Chinese astrologer. So the fire horse energy, the gifts of it. I'm going to talk gifts and wild cards. Gifts are, the amazing things the gifts that it's bringing this year. And the wild cards are like the reverse of tarot, let's say, right? So the gifts this year is going to bring magnetism, charisma. You're gonna start to feel a little bit more like like outgoing. You're going to feel like maybe, like if I just related to myself, last year I was indoors, people. I had no desire to go outside. Even in the summertime, I had no desire to mingle with people. I had no desire. And so perhaps this year is the total polar opposite. It's going to be like party time or whatever it is, right? It's just the energy. Anyways, you don't have to follow and abide by the energy. It's just you're going to feel it around you in your life. There's obviously with that comes confidence, right? And there's going to be a lot of creative breakthroughs, a lot of relationship breakthroughs. Like breakthrough feels like every time I see a fire, I just picture the fire horse in my head. I picture a black stallion with fire on his mane, running through the fields or a desert. That's how I can imagine it. So yeah, and there's and I don't see him stopping for the whole year. So he's gonna probably travel the whole world, because I don't see maybe stopping to drink water and boom, out again. That's the year. We're getting ready to lift off. And the thing is that there's no stopping. That's the thing. So it's kind of for someone who leads a very quiet life, who's very reserved, might see this fire horse as danger, like this. Oh my God, no. But it's not gonna, ultimately you're the human, you're the avatar in this movie, and you choose your way, right? So the thing with this fire horse feels like career leaps, if you've been working or school, recognition at school or recognition of the job you've been doing, all the hard work you've been putting in YouTube, it's going to be recognized, things are going to you're going to feel, I was going to say feel at ease, but you're going to be put in the spotlight, perhaps some of you. That's the momentum. That's momentum. If you're artists, maybe you're actors, or you're going to win awards, or musicians, there's this kind of energy showing up here for the fire horse. There's obviously physical vitality, makes a lot of sense here because the horse is a physical animal. Very muscular, so there's a lot of that energy showing up that perhaps there's going to be more people running alongside the horse, and the horse will be running with you, whatever that is, what else is there? Less sedentary weight kind of energy, more active, walking, running, whatever, doing things, I can't even think of cycling, active. And with fire always comes sensuality, right? So that is going to be opening up the chemistry, the sensual chemistry coming up, romantic, but more sensuality, which is beautiful because the snake revived the sensuality, right? It's like the Kundalini was awakening that was the purpose of the snake. It was awakening your sensuality, your confidence, your love of body, your love of self. And the horse is okay, now you got that, let's go. Let's go show yourself to the world. And regardless of what you think of yourself or how you perceive yourself or whatever, it's just this your magnetism is on a high. I mean, freaking awesome, amazing. And then freedom. I mean, for me, I just equate horse with freedom. So whatever that means for you, right? For me, freedom to, speak, freedom to be me, freedom to be transparent, freedom to, whatever that is for you, that is what that is. And it's amazing to me. Now the wild card of the horse energy. Of course, there's always like a polarity, right? The wild card is that you might be too overconfident, right? You might, ego comes up a lot with the horse, right? When you are too passionate and too powerful kind of thing, your ego is like, yeah, baby, let's do this. And there could be a lot of ego clashes. And that could be challenging if you think about it in this world setting. So where the fire horse is encouraging us to do, be, like rise up, like, awaken, rise up against or whatever, or for, or whatever it is. There's also that ego, elitist, let's say ego, like coming in and saying, oh, feeling threatened. So that could be an interesting blow up this year. I can't wait to see that. Anyways, with this impulsivity comes like also burnouts. You're burning your bridges too fast. You're hitting a wall. That could happen too, because you're like, move, and then people get addicted to movement, right? But at one point, the universe is like, yo, you gotta, like, that's why we have to find a balance here. And the restlessness, 100,000%. Oh, wow, this is a big one for me. So conflict from brutal honesty. So, because the more your movement, momentum you have, it's harder to stop. So, I'll talk about this in an ego. I'm going to do an ego video soon. You can watch that. So, starting too much, finishing too little. Yeah. So that, again, if you're in a momentum, you're starting this, starting that, doing this, and moving here, going everywhere. And then after, you're not doing anything, right? So this is just something we have to be careful of. Just be, we're all adults here. We have to just be very aware of like the choices we make. Like in the horse reading, I talk about choosing a lane and then staying in that lane and running with that lane. So, which is horse energy, right? It's the same idea. If we choose 10 lanes and we run, we'll never make it, right? We'll just tire ourselves out. And there's emotional volatility, which makes sense in fire, because again, fire, if you think Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they are like, they're the starters and they're like so excited. Like if you think about, so excited to start a project, to share their dreams or go do this, go travel. And then they get tired at one point and they're like, oh, because they put so much energy in that beginning, right? So think about that a little. So, we're not here to, we don't want to, like, how can I say this? We don't want to like exterminate the fire, we don't want to tame it. We need to just learn to ride it. That's the key here. So, like fire, the fire horse is not, it's not seeking validation. You're moving into an energy that is pushing you to your next step, to your next project, to your next relationship. And there's no slowing down. So just learn how to slow down in this as well, because you don't always have to follow his blazing trail all the time. It's for me, I feel like it's what I'm getting out of this: run to what scares you the most, right? Like, let's just go for it. There's no place to hide in the year of the horse. fire horse. It's time to leap. It's time to jump. It's time to go. So I'm going to pull a overall energy just to get, you know, the feeling. I've already talked to you a little bit about it, but let's just pull what tarot has to provide for us here. Wow, that's a nice card to get. The Four of Wands. Aries energy. Hilarious. The Four of Wands is celebration, victory, marriage, you know, enjoying life. The foundation is already set, and now it's time to live a little, right? It's kind of the same idea. It's time to stop trying so hard to establish a career, to get a husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend. We're always trying. Like, enough. The Four of Wands, like, okay, if it's gonna come, it's gonna come. Trust that. You've already established, the pillars are already set in place. The Four of Wands, enjoying life. So celebrating the little wins as much as the big wins. That's nice. Me gusta. Like that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, which is you in that year of the snake saying, oh my God, no, but I have so much to deal with. I don't know, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I'm not going to listen to the year of the horse. I don't want to do anything else. And this is that. And the Four of Wands, like, absolutely not, dudes. Like, what are you doing? We're here. We're ready. We're ready to fly. We're here. We're galloping. You know, we're not trotting. We're not like standing. We're going. Are you coming? That's the reading. All right. So in the next part is your animal. We'll get it in there. We'll get into that, obviously. And yeah, so I'm enjoying this momentum. This is like amazing. Don't fear the momentum. You know, just run with it. It's a time to jump in the fire and not fear the burning flames. Instead of seeing it, just see it as a new opportunity, right? Like, or see like as, I mean, I've taught you. It's not that I'm teaching you anything, but in past videos we've done like rejection and feeling like being okay with being the villain of a story, and all of that gets you ready for this step. You know, gets you ready for, okay, yeah. You know, so what? You know, the snake got you ready, got you strong enough and got you grounded enough to get ready for this movement. So, are you ready? Check out your animal signs. And also, if you're new here, my name is Sabrina, by the way, and I do tarot readings. You can book sessions with me, and you also can just watch my videos, encourage me, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I also have Zodiac notebooks on Amazon that are fun and snarky like me. So I love you, and I'll see you in your animals. Bye. If you're a horse in this year of the fire horse, this is your mirror year. You have the momentum. It's like on your side. This is the time to reinvent yourself, not to burn out trying. Like, it's almost the biggest blessing that you have right now. But your ego is going to be super loud this year. So we're asking you, the energy in the universe asking you to choose to run with purpose and not so much with pride. Hello, my beautiful warriors of love, and welcome to this new edition of Chinese Zodiac Signs, because why not? Also because of my love for the South Korean Stray Kids band that I love so much, and they're always celebrating this year after year, so I'm here to do the same for them and for everyone else who's celebrating. So we start out with the horse. I worked on these hard last night. We have the fire horse. I've done the explanation so you understand. So this is everyone here. I have written down a lot of notes here. I have notes everywhere in front of me. I am not for everyone that's new here, my name is Sabrina. I am a tarot reader and not an expert in Chinese astrology, but I have an understanding of everything. So we're going to work together with tarot. And but mostly I decided that I'm going to stick to the notes because I think that's where it should be. That's the movement I am choosing. So if you are a horse, like I said in the intro, it's a mirror. It's the mirror is, you know, the reflection. So you're coming face to face with, whether it's ego or whether it's purpose, it's still you're coming face to face with this, right? So it's everything is going to get louder for you. This is not a subtle year for you. This is not a quiet year for any of the horses that are here. And the overall energy I picked was the Chariot, which is, I didn't pick it. It flew out. And the Chariot is, I was surprised because the Chariot is exactly what I picture a horse to be, because if you think about it, it's a gladiator with horses anyways. But the Chariot energy is a let's run as fast as we can around the ring, right, to get to the victory line kind of energy. This is a movement energy. This is a moving, like relocation energy. This is, I'm moving out of my house. I'm moving into a new home. I'm moving across the country, across the oceans, away from everyone. Energy, right? Or I'm changing job. I'm moving from job to like from one industry to a next. These are like these big shifts coming in for you. I don't know if you're feeling it already, like in your relationships or what have you, but this is this energy. So the horse, like I cannot. When I equate it to a Western zodiac, it's not 100% because there's so much involved. There's so many elements. There's so many different dates. So, but when we think of a horse, right away my mind goes to Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius is and Aries. There's Aries involved too, but Sagittarius energy is travel, spontaneous, impulsive, move. Like Aries is the impulsive energy too, the fire energy. Sagittarius are highly intelligent. You know, they're highly intelligent beings as well, as much like even and very compassionate, like the horse kind of energy, but also ready to jump and launch into anything. Right? So I kind of feel that's a beautiful complementary together. So let's talk about love. I should keep them here because we're still talking about horse. Let's talk about love. So the fact that it's a fast energy, right? We're looking at passion incoming, right, for the horse. But you're going to fall in love fast. You're going to break up fast. You know, you're going to realize things quickly. You know, everything is quick movement. There's this like, if you're already in relationships, you're going to find yourself demanding freedom, independence, like back off kind of energy. Like I want to do. You don't want to follow me. Then you know that kind of energy is going to show up in your love life. There's going to be just this desire for. It's not to say that you want more out of the relationship. What's wrong with wanting more, anyways, right? But like it's more like a. Things are like the last year, the horses have been like contained in their ranch, right, in their stable. You know, they've been locked up in their stable, and now they're like, no, I want to set free. So think about it in a love setting. If you're always walking on eggshells, and if you're always avoiding or not really looking at the picture, or you know, not listening, or whatever it is, the horse is you're gonna go wild. You're gonna go a little wild. You're not gonna tolerate boredom anymore. You're not gonna tolerate people anymore. That's what's coming up for you. And the Chariot says the same thing to me. The Chariot is telling us that you're ready for the next. Move on. Let's move forward. Like you're going to be with your partner. I'm not, love could be, where's love? Love. Okay, love could be romantic relations, but it could also be friendships. It could also be family. Like if you're, like we're always doing the same thing all the time. The fire horse is bored of that. It's like, no, we got to go. And you're going to get that same momentum coming for you. So if you're in a relationship, it's that if you're single, you're going to attract high, bold energy people, right? You're going to, your magnetism is going to be through the roof because you're going to be so excited because you're going to be doing so many things. You're going to be like cloud nine kind of thing because you are working with your energy. So people are going to see you. They're going to be like, yo, who's this, right? And you're like, I'm a horse, bitch, right? Like that kind of energy. But like, again, everything has a wild card, has a shadow, right? The shadow is like, yeah, you're going to be going out there, you're going to be changing things within your relationships. But then people, the partners, right? Or your friends or your family members or whatever it is, are maybe not on the same level as you, horse. So you might encounter the impatience, restlessness. You're going to be like, yo, what are you doing? Because I'm go. And they could be like slow, right? And it's just not matching. But at that point is where you have to sit back on the horse kind of thing. And I wouldn't say it's going to be very challenging for you to tame your energy this year. So listen to that energy that's coming up, because in that impatience, there's that impulsiveness that shows up, right? And so what happens in a love relationship is that you walk away before actually talking about it. Like you just shut it down. You're like, no, I don't have time for this shit. I'm walking away. Such a fire energy, by the way, because it's just like your eyes are just seeing flames at this moment. You're just seeing red, right? So you're just like, no, boom. So they're telling the energy is saying, okay, well, maybe this year that this might happen. You're going to have to be more aware of this innateness of this innate feeling of freedom within you, and this commitment that you have in your love, in your whatever. They can exist. They can coexist. It's just finding that balance in the end. So as far as love, that's what we have for you. Let me have fun and pull a card in this deck. No, in this one, yes. Okay, for love, let's see what's like an overall energy for love. I mean, no, I'm getting no. It's this one, the Knight of Swords. Well, like it's such an interesting energy to show up because the Knight of Swords is an energy of a quick energy. Like, I'm in and out. Let's go. Let's do this. But it's also a communication energy. So I kind of like that it showed up after we just said, right? Because the Knight of Swords is saying, okay, speak what you have to say, communicate it clearly. Knight of Swords does everything clearly. It's like a Gemini energy, right? And it's like, but also it's not tolerating people not listening. It's not it doesn't tolerate people who don't want to move with him. Oh my God, this is so interesting. So, oh my God, horse people, you're in for some big changes. But maybe that's exactly what's supposed to happen in your life right now. So I think it's freaking phenomenal. This is like, there is no stopping you. This is exciting. I love it. Okay. So now let's move to career. So when I talk career, I also talk, because I don't want to exclude you guys, school, right? So let's put her here like this. So you see her, she's crooked, and she's career. So whether it's school, career, this is like where you guys are at right now. Let's take her out. Put them back here. I'll keep the Chariots. You might not see it, but let's do this little rearranging since you're the first sign. Okay, let's put her here. So, as we can understand, career is this is it. This is it for you. So some of you, or school, right? So if you're in a company right now, in a school right now, things are starting to rise for you. Your promotion, bonuses, rewards, awards, this is showing up for you, which is freaking phenomenal right now. You might even quit your job and open your own agency, your own consulting firm, your own store, your own whatever it is. You're going to have this drive within you to do this. So go for it, right? That's the energy. The fire horse is going to keep that light under your butt the whole year until you do make a move. I mean, this is not coming for nothing, right? So if it's this year and you're resisting your own energy, that's the mirror that you need to be paying attention to, right? So the big visibility, money can increase quickly, love it, but so can spending, right? Obviously. Whether you're school or there, you could be, you could start making a lot of money because you have a promotion. You could start, whatever, you're doing a fellowship, you're doing something, everything is working out for you. You're doing really great. And then you're feeling good. You got these awards, you get this money, more salary, but you're also feeling so freaking good and you're so fast that you're spending it too, right? That's obvious. That's the way it is. Coming from a Taurus Leo, I get it. I totally get that energy. So, and the Chariot here is telling you the same thing. It's big, but at one point you gotta, step back a little bit. I kind of love that. It's interesting. The Shadow is risky financial moves without long-term planning, of course, but I mean, again, these are points that I got in, generality and looking in books and, asking ChatGPT and all these things. But for me, it's I'm coming from a different kind of mind setting. Living in the moment is really the way for me. So I kind of love this fire horse energy. And yes, there is being careful of risky financial moves that you're going to make, right? But sit with these things. I would say for let's make the fire horse happy and let's sit on the fire horse. Right? Saddle up on it and let's trot a little bit before we gallop away, kind of energy. And before you put all your money into something, but it still feels like a financially rewarding year. So that's where the catch-22 is. So you're going to have to really listen into your intuition here, which is kind of beautiful. I love it. The power move is to take bold action with structure. Fine. We take bold action. Because it's the ignition year for you, right? This is it. So whether you're in a career, whether you own your own business, whether you're in school right now or whatever you're doing, or even if you're not working or you're not in school, wherever you're, even lifestyle, hobby, whatever it is, it feels like someone's going to become a calling. You're going to get that push to open wide, kind of thing, to open something, to step into your power. The horse that you are. I love it. Okay, so this is career and that. Now we're going to move into health. Health and your nervous system, which is such a big thing because I don't usually talk about health, by the way, in readings because it's all very personal, but this is very general, right? So as it is an adrenaline year, Your energy is going to be super high. You're going to be very excited. But obviously look, the snake's teeth are in my thing. Obviously that leads into burnout. Like this is something I've been bringing up everywhere, and it's showing up obviously because when you're like, whoa, yeah, you always find that moment of like, right? There's a saying for that, right? Anyways, some of you will tell me on it. So sleep is super important for you. You know, as the horse is running all the time, it needs to sleep. You need to eat healthy as possible. You know, when adrenaline kicks in, we tend to move into sugars. Right? We need more sugars. We drink more alcohol. We drink like things to keep us, or we take in a lot of prescription pills, or Red Bulls to keep the momentum. But nah, that's not it, right? Because if your body, this is a time to listen to your body. Your body is going to scream at you if you don't listen, and the body can break down if you don't listen. I mean, I'm very a proponent of that. If you're not listening to the body will find a way to send you to a hospital bed or to send you somewhere, because it's like that is the okay moment. So please find the time to sleep and to eat healthy. Watch out for overtraining or overworking, 1,000%, right? Their misconception is, I'm going to go to the gym for 5 hours. You're doing nothing, really. For 5 hours, what are you doing? You're just killing your muscles, right? You're just killing your body. Like, if anything, I can tell you, if the horse listens, it's to its body. So listen to your body. And I do feel like sleep will become, like, if you're one of those people, like I used to be like this. I used to study, like if I was in school, I used to study really late. I would do all my things, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like 9 p.m. I'm like, okay, I'm going to study. 9 to like 4 in the morning. It's like my sleep cycles are all fucked up. Everything gets all like, because you're just like on a high. So be careful for that. There. It's everything I said is written, but it's what I said too. And the chariot, and let's do a health card. Okay, should I keep the chariot here? I'll just keep it aside. Health and the nervous system. Let's say the King of Cups, emotional healing. I mean, it's right there. The King of Cups is sedentary as well, right? It's someone who is takes care of himself, eats well, sleeps well, and takes care of his partner as well, that kind of thing. So if you can't take care of your partner, you can't take care of your kids, you can't take care of anything else if you're not healthy, right? That's just logic. So there's no point in you overextending yourself for anyone and anything, or any job or anything, because if there's any, like I said before, the body has spoken to us since we were born and we never listened to it, and now it's a time to listen to it. Trust it. And the King of Cups is the same way. He will take care of himself, emotionally, mentally, and physically, but mostly emotionally here. And that's good, because your nervous system needs to be regulated on an emotional level before anything else can go. Interesting. Okay, so take care. Sleep. Sleep. All right. So I had to go looking for my cards. Now, where you rise. That's the next thing. In this new year, you're going to rise in public presence, in reinvention, in your charisma, in your personality, in your courage, in your bravery, in your freedom. That is the awareness here. This is where you're going to shine. Right? So get ready for that, which is kind of beautiful. You're being pushed into this almost. I mean, he is. I'm like, I just picture the fire horse, and he's just freaking flying right now, right? Where you may sabotage yourself which is the shadow, which is not going to stay. It's going to go whoop. Okay, which is fine. Just the shadow is your ego, is the restlessness, is starting too much, quitting too quickly. But the ego is a big thing. Obviously, you're going to come face to face with your ego a lot, because the ego is going to love where you're going. It's going to love the recognition, the validation, the everything, the praise. It's going to love the, the excessiveness. It's going to love everything, right? It's going to just feed you a lot more. So this is a shadow that you need to really be careful of. And not be careful, just be aware of it. Just try to see it before it like expands itself too much. And you're not the only sign here, because the fire horse is bringing in a lot of ego clashes with a lot of the animals. It's going to be a very interesting ride this year, specifically. So it's going to be fun. All right. So your power moves is to, like I said in the beginning, the power move for you is to, why did I do them like this? Anyways, okay, is to choose a lane, choose a direction, and run in that direction. But, like, let's say I want to move, I want to change my career, I want to I just had recently a client like this that says, okay, I want to change my career, and now she's looking for apartments. I'm like, first change the career, because then you'll know what your salary is coming in, so you can, if you do everything at once, it's just a whole lot of consequences to deal with, right? So choose a lane, move. That's how we shift, right? We sit in stillness. We choose a lane to move into. And that's the momentum that you need in that moment. And then the next thing, and then the next thing. Like if I think of a horse racing, just choose your lane. That's where we at. Okay, now I want to bring up the elements. So, if you are, so there's 5 elements. There's fire, earth, metal, water, and wood in the Chinese astrology. So each element has a different kind of message. So if you're a fire horse, holy shit, you're going full on change this year. But you also have, like I just said, ego management is going to come in for you, because you're going to be such a high, and things are going to move so quickly. You're needing to manage that ego of yours. Okay, and don't take it as an insult, because everybody has to manage that on a daily basis. If you're an earth horse, strategic risks. Interesting. So you'll be more inclined to risk, of course. There's a lot of risk involved here as well, right? Like moving into things, opening businesses, opening new relationships, whatever. But as an earth sign, you are more grounded, right? As an earth element, you have a little bit more grounding than, say, the fire, right? As an earth fire horse, that you'll be a little bit more strategic. So this will give you an edge in starting new things. So that's a plus. If you are a metal horse, you're needing to soften your dominance. So that's going to be interesting. Metal is hard, right? So metal, I guess, is the energy of someone who is made of steel, and that things can bounce off of them really easily. So if you're already woo, in full force ahead, we're going to need to soften. You're going to need to soften yourself up, however that means. I don't know. So that's another reading. So this is just little pieces of advice. If you are a water Horse, emotional regulation. Obviously that makes sense because water is emotional. Horse is nothing. It's fire horse is freaking fire. There's no emotion regulating happening there. So you're going to clash a little bit. And I've already warned the water signs that there is going to be a little clashing involved. Not in clashing, it's just going to be an overtaking of emotions in this fire horse year, because the fire horse is not thinking about emotions. It's just running. Right? So take care of yourself, water treatments, baths, spas, do what you can to get your emotions on a low. A little bit like tamed. If you're a wood horse, it's good. Wood horse is long-term growth. So there you go, because I guess you expand with time, right? There's like this steadiness with the wood, the foundational, grounded to me. If I think, I don't know 100% the elements, but the wood feels like that to me. It feels also, if I think of a tree, it's like rooted, but always growing. So for me, it's like, because you have that wood in you, you will be a little bit, it'll be easier for you to work in this fire energy. You're going to know your speed. So it's kind of beautiful, actually. I like this. Okay, so let's go on. So the final, like, run forward, not in circles, like choose your lane. And this is your reading for the next year. That was fun, actually. I'm gonna do one final wild unknown oracle card because I love these cards, and the final card for my beautiful horsies. As I'm shuffling these cards, I realized, I didn't do a health card, but I just got a message saying it's not necessary. So, okay. It's okay. So, an overall energy card for horse. Anything? The creator. I mean, that's what you're doing, dudes. I love it. This is it. This to me is, creative energy incoming. But when you're starting new, when you're shifting, when you're doing big changes with your homes, with your careers, with your lifestyle, with people in your life, creational energy always comes up. It's the mother energy, right? It's the mother earth energy. It's because you're starting fresh, because you're starting new. This is pick up that paintbrush. Don't be afraid. Take those risks. Pick up that pen that you want to write with. Pick up that. It's the creational creativity. It's not like creative. I don't want to always stick to just creativity. Artistry. It's not. It's like making something out of nothing. Right? Starting fresh. Starting new. Doing and putting a lot of love and soul into things. So this is really beautiful energy, horse. I'm excited for you. I really am. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what the hell happens for you the whole year. We'll get back to you in 2027. I don't know what the next year is. I should know this. Snake, horse, goat is the next one. Wow. Okay. That's beautiful. That's creative too. Anyways. All right, my beautiful horse. I love you. I'll see you in the other animals. Maybe you're going to go check them out. And if you want to go deeper into these sessions just to know more about what's going on for you, I have 6-month readings, yearly readings. I have a whole bunch of different sessions on my website. And the sessions are linked below. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.